You're watching 76ers Now. I'm Harrison Graham. Let's grade the Sixers trade deadline as they made a couple of moves today. If you missed our deep dive videos into any of those trades, go subscribe, check out those videos, and also hit the like button. Let's send some good vibes to Joel Embiid. We want him to return this season. Got to see him play with Buddy Hield. Come on, hit that like button. Let's get Joel Embiid back for a postseason push. Send the good vibes by liking this video. All right, speaking of Buddy Hield, that was the first trade of trade deadline day, believe it or not. It's been several hours. Buddy Hield to Philadelphia for Marcus Morris, Furkan Korkmaz, and 3 second-round picks. I like this move a lot. You get Buddy Hield without giving up a first. His splits are a little down this year, but he's still having a pretty good year. 12 points per game, over 38% from three. This guy has more made three-pointers in the last 5 years in the NBA than anyone in the league. And you think about who's in this league, Steph Curry, just to name one in terms of three-point shooting. He is one of the best three-point shooters of this generation, if not in the history of the NBA. And that's what the Sixers needed. They needed someone who could space the floor and shoot the basketball. And they also needed some more scoring, especially for a while Joel Embiid is out. If he can get back to being a 15-plus point guy, that is really, really going to help this offense in the short term. And then in the long term, can you imagine Embiid drawing double teams and kicking the ball out to Buddy Hield on the weak side? Whew, making it rain, baby, from three. Grade the trade A, B, C, D, or F. Join the conversation in the comment section down below. I'd give it an A, man. I've always been a big Buddy Hield guy. Now we get to see him on more of a contending team. We haven't been able to with Sacramento. They weren't contenders. Indiana was starting to contend this year, but now he gets dealt. I think he'll be a good fit. He can just really get going offensively. I wish he was a little bit better of a defensive player, but to not give up a first-round pick to acquire a player like this, I think is a job very well done by Daryl Morey and company. Prize Picks is the place to go for daily fantasy made easy. Get signed up today. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS to get a deposit match up to $100. You can play Prize Picks on the daily with NBA, college basketball, NHL games every single night, but also Super Bowl Sunday is almost here. That is the best day of the year for Prize Picks. This is a 3-player entry, $10 to win 50, 20 to win 100, 5 times your entry on any 3-player entry. Patrick Mahomes, you get a deal. Half a passing yard, take the more there. I like Isaiah Pacheco to find the end zone. I think Brock Purdy hits 250-plus throwing the football as well in terms of yardage. So selecting the more on all 3 of those. Cash out today with Prize Picks and get that deposit match up to $100 with code CLNS. You know what else is cool? Several celebrities have partnered with Prize Picks, and you can go check out their picks right now for Super Bowl Sunday once you download the app. So go check them out, get downloaded, and start making money today. Okay, another trade. This was a bit of a head-scratcher, I got to be honest. Patrick Beverley to Milwaukee for Cameron Payne and a second. Now, I think my initial reaction to this is you get a little more offense with Cam Payne, and without Joel Embiid, this is a team that could struggle to score the basketball a little bit. So in the short term, in the regular season, I think he probably helps you more than Patrick Beverley. Splits are good, 45.5% from the field, 40% from three. But, like, is this the guy? Is this the answer as a true bona fide backup point guard? Like, to me, come playoff time, and I get you got to get there first, and you don't have Embiid for a while, Pat Beverley helps you more in the playoffs with his defense and with his intensity and his edginess that he plays with. I'll go C+. I mean, and I feel like I'm being generous here. I think Milwaukee did better here. Now, I get you get a second-round pick as well. That's, any pick is valuable for future trades. I get all that, but I don't know, man. This felt like a forced move to me. I don't think going from Pat Beverley to Cam Payne really helps you other than a slightly better offensive player coming your way right now. I would not have pulled the trigger on that trade. I would love to hear Daryl Morey's thinking behind that one. And then this one came in right before the buzzer of the trade deadline. Jaden Springer to the Celtics for a second-round pick. Not really a needle mover for me, but Jaden Springer, I still saw some developmental potential here. with him. He's a decent athlete. Obviously, the splits aren't great. He's not getting consistent minutes. But I still think there's some potential there. Like, is a second-round pick worth moving off a young, somewhat promising piece this early? I don't know. I don't love this by Philadelphia. Now, the good news is even though 2 of the 3 trades I don't love, and I'm going to give this one a D, I just don't see the upside. Like, and at the end of the day, that second-round pick you're hoping turns into a Jaden Springer type, when you could have just kept Jaden Springer. However, out of the 3 trades, the one I like the most carries the most weight. So I still think it was a good day for Philadelphia at the end of the day. Now, this happened as well. Danuel House got traded to the Detroit Pistons for a second-round pick. He has since been released. He will hit the buyout market. This one is whatever. He's not the same player he was a couple of years ago. Okay, like I don't have a strong opinion either way on this one. I think what a lot of these moves tell me, especially that point guard swap, I think the Sixers are the heavy favorite to land Kyle Lowry. He played early in his career in Philadelphia. He's from that area, played his college basketball at Villanova. I think the Sixers are going to make a push for Kyle Lowry on the buyout market. Woj this morning tweeted this after some of the moves. He said the move gives the Sixers salary cap cushion to sign buyout players post-deadline, including the possibility of Charlotte's Kyle Lowry should he become available in a contract buyout. Shams Charania has also linked Philadelphia to Spencer Dinwiddie. If you can get either of these 2 players, that's pretty good because they're both players who can score, especially Dinwiddie. Lowry gives you a little bit of that ruggedness, championship experience on the defensive side. Helped Miami reach a finals last year. Obviously helped Toronto win a championship a few years ago. So if you can land one of those 2 players, I think that would be a pretty good exclamation point here. Now, for now, this is the projected lineup. Maxey and Buddy Hield in the backcourt, Nick Batum, Tobias Harris in your front court, and then Paul Reed at center. I would have liked a center upgrade like an Andre Drummond, but it seemed like the Bulls' asking price was pretty high there, so it is what it is. Does Mo Bamba give you anything here? We'll see. Obviously, we're hoping Joel Embiid can be back sooner rather than later. Now, what say you? The Sixers are the blank best team right now in the Eastern Conference. Are they top 5, top 3? What do you think? Right now, they're the 5 seed. I think with Joel Embiid, they could play with anyone in the East, but it's a bit of an unknown of when and if he will be back. If I had to overall grade the deadline, I'd go B, B+. I'll round up to a B+ because I do think they're going to get one of these buyout players, and I think that should help as well. So B+ for me. Give me your final grade down in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow with some buyout targets. We'll talk about Kyle Lowry. We'll talk about Spencer Dinwiddie, 2 of the top guys right now, but a few other players. I will make note of this. P.J. Tucker is not getting bought out by the Clippers based on what recent reports suggest. He would have been a player that I would have been interested in bringing back to Philly potentially, if that's eligible, by the way. I'd have to double-look that, but it's irrelevant because he's not getting bought out. So you've got that. YouTube.com/@76erstv. We'll see you guys soon.